is rated PG. It contains themes and scenes which may not be suitable for very young audiences. Parental guidance is advised.
Be advised that the views and opinions of the hosts and guests do not reflect those of the station.
Good day, Philippines. You are watching the Global News Network, your information source to business trends, opportunities, and money-wise tips. Good day. I am your host, ROWENA SUAREZ, and you can call me Ro for short. Our segment, Investment Academy, talks about the different ways to increase investment capacity, financial literacy, and awareness. Investment Academy will show Filipinos not only how to make money, but also how to create wealth. Moving on with our Just Ask Ro portion. From Twitter, is it still lucrative for me to join in the stock market? The levels are quite high. Okay, my advice to you, if you want to join the stock market, number one, be ready not to be able to withdraw your money right away. In any investment, you have to put time into it. Put 2 to 3 years, and definitely the levels will still go up. They're looking at about 10,000. We're now at 7,200 level. They're looking at about 10,000 in the next 5 years. So if I were you, get into the market, yes, but have a long time range for you to be keeping your money there. Don't just go there and out the next month or the next week. So just leave it there. But if that's going to be your goal, then I wouldn't suggest for you to get into the stock market. Facebook. Message from Facebook. What are other vehicles that I can use in terms of capital appreciation aside from the stock market? All right. There are other, I guess, you are not thinking of putting it in the banks because the banks, of course, interest rates is not going to be the same as what they're going to be putting, what the others can give. Okay, well, aside from the stock market, you could go with fund managers that and you can use the UITF, the Unit Investment Trust Fund, that's actually offered by the banks. You also have mutual funds that mutual fund companies also do offer that. And you also have VULs, that Variable Unit Link Investments. That's actually made through an insurance company that gives you high-yielding interest, and at the same time, it will also give you protection, meaning you are protected while you're saving with them. So you're like hitting 2 birds with 1 stone. And of course, there's also what you call the Forex, but that's a totally different learning, to be getting into the Forex market, because you'll have to know each currency and what to do about it and where to go and what currency to choose. So with that, I would suggest that you go call Mark So, our guest 2 weeks ago, and he will teach you more about the Forex. A text from William. I want to get into business, but where can I start? Actually, William, your question is quite broad. No, it's very general. Number one, why I want to ask you why you want to get into business. If you are employed right now, maybe you're like sick of the 9 to 5, so you want to get into business, thinking that having a business will free you of the time. Yes, there's going to be flexi time when it comes to your business, but when you get into business, make sure that you have the passion for what you're getting into. Don't just go into business because you want to make money. Of course, we all want to make money when we get into business, but I would suggest that you have to look for something that you really like to do, something that you're passionate about, and so that you can start your own business. If you let's say if you like cars, then maybe you have to learn more about cars and then start a business with that. But before you get into that, you have to do a lot of pencil pushing. For more details, and if you want to ask me more questions, because I don't want to take the whole time here, please email me again and we can get in touch. We can communicate through email. And then or Facebook message. And then there's another message, email from Joelle. How can I possibly save some money for my old age now that I'm working overseas. Okay, Joelle, I guess what you can actually do right now is, of course, um, save a portion of your income, like 10 to 20% of your income, put it in a high-yielding savings program. I'm not sure what country you are in right now, but if you have contacts in the Philippines, and when you go to the Philippines, you can actually get in touch with financial planners, and we can lead you to where you actually can put your money so that you can keep it until you retire. You can get in touch with me at 0917-862-7576 or go to my website www.rowenasuarez.com. And for more questions and more clarifications, please email me, justaskro@gmail.com. You can also go to my Facebook like page, Just Ask Ro, and Twitter, _askro. And you can view some of our shows in YouTube, Investment Academy by Rowena Suarez. Our guest today is the General Manager of the Philippine Water Sport Hub, the newest place in town where you can buy all your water sports needs. Philippines, let us welcome WILLI TREICHLER. Good morning, WILLI.
Thank you very much for having me.
Thank you for coming. So, this is a different kind of business. It's not just water sports, it's a water sports hub.
Yes, yes.
So-
We encompass really everything, everything water sports related, marine related.
From down to the bottle and the drinking bottle.
anything that you can have on the water, on the beach. We have a whole lifestyle section, including we also have a section there that's dedicated to all the boat builders. So even all the nuts and bolts that you would need, all the little parts that you would need to build a boat or maintain a boat, would be available there as well.
Okay, so just a little bit of the background. No? So were you always into business before?
Yeah, but the other partners are definitely more into the business side of things as well. I was really more of the dreamer in the bunch and a water sports enthusiast as well, and of the same mindset. So I took more from their experience in the business field and put mine in it, and together we came up with this.
So just like what I mentioned earlier, you're the passion side of the business.
Well, we're all passionate.
You're the passion side
We
of the
all
business
are.
when it comes to water sports.
Yes, that's the nice thing about it is all of the people involved are extremely passionate about water
So
sports,
how
and that's a
many-
driving force.
How many are you in the business?
We're four.
4 in the business, and of course one handles backroom and
Yeah, I'm pretty much the one there who's there day to day, because I'm the full-time one here. The other partners do have other businesses on the side as well, existing businesses that they had. So they're tackling their time between, juggling their time between those. But I'm the one who's full-time at the store every day.
So you are all friends?
Yes, we've been friends
So
from
what
before.
made you start the business?
Necessity in a way. We were passionate about water sports, as I mentioned, and there were certain things that we wanted that we couldn't get. And it started...
For example, like...
Well, it started pretty much with two of the other partners. About 5 years ago, they were looking to get a speedboat for themselves. And it was far too expensive to get an imported boat. And at the time, they weren't satisfied with the existing boat builders that were there and the boats that were available locally. So they opted to go into an adventure also of building boats, initially for personal use, and then decided, hey, let's turn it into a business. And that had been going on for a while, and but one of the predicaments that a boat builder here faces is that one would be where would you have a showroom, because it's your products are fairly big, so you would require a big space to have your boats on display.
Yeah, so like these are some of the products you have.
Yeah, that we have available there. So so boat builders, because it's so big, it's not like a car dealership where you have a much higher turnover, so you can afford to have all of these boats, all of these cars there. With boats, the turnover isn't as high, so it wasn't economically feasible to have a showroom dedicated just for your boats. The other dilemma that boat builders faced was that
What are these things?
these are some of the lifestyle items. We have paddle boards, sailing gear. We have wakeboards, jet skis, as you can see here. We also have safety items, life vests, anything that you would need really to be able to enjoy yourself on the water.
I see, I see. So I guess, down to, of course, you have swimsuits also?
For the
Swimsuit.
ladies, yes, we actually have a section that we're working on now. We're going to put a dedicated section just for the ladies. But we do have certain apparel, more functional apparel that for the ladies as well. Shorts, rash guards, things like that, eyewear, things that would be more gear related in the
So
water.
did you guys even like make a study of, okay, this is the market, and then?
In a way, yeah, because again, they were building boats at the time. The other necessity that arose, or the other predicament, was the lack of access to parts, the availability of parts. There were two other players in the market who existed who were selling boat parts, but were fairly expensive. Of course, as everything had to be imported. So most boat builders, what they did was they would just go online, search, and find their own sources and then import it themselves, which is a logistical nightmare. So over time, which was what they were doing as well in Trevally Boats, was they were importing a lot of their own parts. So over time, we knew that there was a need. We knew the other boat builders. They were all, no pun intended, in the same boat as we were.
Yeah. So the boats are built here in the
Yes.
Philippines?
Yes.
Okay. But the parts are coming
From all over. Some from the States, some from Hong Kong, some from Australia. It really depends on the requirement of the boat.
So we have skilled workers here who can
Definitely.
build boats, huh?
Definitely.
I never knew that. I thought it was always coming from...
No. It's. I mean, of course, there was a learning process when they started. You had your share of having to train people, having to get the right equipment. There were growing pains in the process. So initially some stuff was outsourced to other people, but eventually now the whole operation majority of it is already done in-house.
It's manufactured here in the Philippines,
Yes.
but I guess it's in what area in the Philippines?
In the Susana Heights area in Laguna, over there. So we have a warehouse there and a manufacturing facility where we produce the boats, and we've gotten to the point already where we already have a production line now where we can actually produce the boats in about 28-30 days. Just all.
How big are the boats that you manufacture?
What we have on the production line now is we have a 25-foot speedboat.
Okay.
And then we are in the process of finishing a new one that we're coming out with, which is a 26-foot one. And then we just started on a smaller one, which is a 20-foot.
And it takes 20 days, you say?
About 28-30 days once we get it into the production process. So the 25 is already in production because we have the molds and plugs. So it's can be done very quickly. So it's just a matter of laying the glass, pulling it out, putting the stringers and whatever's necessary. But with the 26 and the 20, because it's our first, we're doing it a little slower so that we get everything ironed out. And then once we have it ironed out, then we can start to put it into a faster pace of production.
I see. Very interesting. And of course, the speedboats are all imported. I mean, you bring it in here.
No, it's all manufactured here.
Also, the speedboats?
The speedboats are all manufactured here.
And
so the jet skis
the
are
jet
all
skis?
imported.
It's all imported.
Yeah. So we currently in the shop we carry Sea-Doo as our jet ski provider. So a lot of the brands that you see in the shop, aside from the parts that we bring in, are, like we said, people in the industry who are in the same situation that we were, that because their products are fairly big, it would be difficult for them to put up a showroom of their own within the Makati area.
Yeah. So it's
we
like
got everybody
it's
together.
like a water sport lifestyle store.
Exactly.
Like a one-stop shop.
One-stop shop for anything you need, and even things that we don't have in the store. If you come go to the store and you need something, we'll help you source it out.
That's great. That's great. Okay. So very interesting conversation. Please join us 0917-862-7576. We'll see you in a few minutes.